G'day, it's Rob here again. Well, today we're going to look at a lithium battery reciprocating saw from Banggood, and it's Viola Works 18 volt. It's an interesting little package because it's the next step up from the single-handed ones that you can get. I reviewed one of those 10 months ago, and it's a great little saw. I absolutely love it, and I use it in the garden a lot, you know, for pruning and that, and it's an excellent saw. This is an interesting kit because, as in the other saw I reviewed, you get the saw, 2 batteries and 4 blades, and it costs $135. This set, which is bigger, you get the same thing, 2 batteries, the saw, blades, and it's a brushless motor. The other one's not. It's got a longer stroke, 3 times the longer stroke, and it costs $143. So it's only a few bucks more than the one I reviewed 10 months ago. So it's bigger, more powerful, well, it's bigger, longer stroke, and yeah, let's check it out. Comes in a nice little case, like a soft case. The other one, previous one, it came in a plastic case. There she be. Generic sort of instructions. But yeah, the battery packs are twice as big as on the other one, and it's physically a bigger unit. Quite a meaty thing. Looks pretty good. So both of these saws that I reviewed take Makita style batteries, and so they're Makita compatible. They'll swap either way. The only difference in them is that the genuine Makita ones use a different charging system. These use a barrel connector. The genuine Makita ones have like a slot port, docking port thing on the front, and so it means that even though these will swap either way, you know, in the Makita or into this, and the Makita ones that go the same way, they each have to use their own charging station because they charge differently. That's the only difference in them, really. So yeah, that's a good size battery. Whoops. In she goes. It's got a lock as well. Variable speed. It's got a light. Pretty good, eh? And yeah, brushless motor. I mean, the other one being brushed, it doesn't really matter. I've used both. I can't see what the big deal is about having the brushless motor, but they're generally more expensive. And yeah, pretty good. So here it is, and here's the one I reviewed previously that I really like. It's a single-handed unit. Done quite a bit of work. And as you can see, the batteries are quite different. This is only half the size of that one. But then the engine, the motor side, is quite a bit bigger. This was probably looks to be nearly twice as big, so that's why you need twice as big a battery. It's going to use more power. But once again, as I said, you know, for the extra few dollars over this one, this is a lot more for your money, really. And this has a 10mm stroke. This one has a 32mm stroke. So they say, but I'll measure them and just see if that's true or not. Well, I've just measured the stroke on both of these, This is 10mm as they advertise. This is 20mm, not 30mm. So, yeah, you got to take these descriptions and the advertising with a pinch of salt on a lot of these things. So this is twice the stroke, which is still a good thing, and that falls in line with the fact that it's got twice the engine size, twice the battery capacity, which it's what you would expect. You know, if you lengthen the stroke, obviously you're putting a lot more load on the motor, so it's got to be proportional to give you the same sort of cutting performance per stroke length. Now the motor is definitely brushless on that one, and it's definitely brushed on that one. Once again, the description is pretty wobbly. Supposedly this has got a 1500 watt motor. Now 1500 watts is 2 horsepower. Can you believe that's 2 horsepower? I certainly can't, but it gets even better. This one here is also supposed to have a 1500 watt motor, so that's supposed to be the same power as that. Obviously it's not going to be, because they're physically different, and yeah, once again, don't believe the advertising, but that's what we're here for, to check this stuff out. And whether it's 1500 watts or 500 watts in the real world, as long as it works and does the job, the other stuff's meaningless as far as I'm concerned, and that's what we're going to do. We're going to try it out and see if it does work. What else have we got? Well, weight-wise, with the battery, I'd say that's about twice as heavy than that one. Just, yeah, round about twice as heavy. This one's got a pivoting rest support. This one's fixed. They've both got these barrel type connectors with a tag on them, which are easy to use, very well made. The both shafts have got slop in them, which is what I commented on last time with this, that there's movement. When you buy the brand name stuff, you don't get that. It's all machined perfectly, everything fits perfectly. That's the price you pay for buying stuff which costs a quarter as much as the big brand stuff. So yeah, if you want to pay 4 times as much, you won't get any movement, any slop like that. But even so, they both work pretty much the same. I mean, power-wise, you can't fault this one. And we'll try this one out in a minute and see how good this is as well. But you get what you pay for. It's the little things that sort of make the difference. All right, moving on. Now, ergonomically, there's quite a difference in these. This fits really well. It's really well balanced. Weight here, weight there. It's perfect for one-handed sawing. You can hold it with 2 if you want to, but that is an absolutely perfect single-handed saw. It's great. This one, the weight is all down one end. Even though you've got weight here, it's very nose heavy, and you can use it one-handed, but it's not very pleasant. It's really made for two-handed use like that, which is perfect. But then again, for heavy work, you want both hands on the job, on the unit. Otherwise, you know, it can be jazzing around. So, yeah, think about it when you're going to buy one, how you're going to use it. That is quite a weight on your wrist, whereas this one is just a piece of cake. It's fantastic. Okay, horses for courses. Moving on. Now, with this, the same as the other one, you get a charging adapter, and it's about 50% larger than the unit in the other one I reviewed, the other little saw I reviewed. So once again, it's for the larger batteries. It's the same output as far as voltage goes, but the amperage is different. Anyway, it'll just speed up charging a little bit. You get a 240 volt adapter, and then you get four blades that come with it as well, and they vary in the pitch. You've got fine tooth ones for metal, and you've got coarser ones for wood. These are only as good as the blades you put in them. Okay, here's a close look at the blades, and here's the difference in the pitches. And this is a pruning blade that I also showed you earlier that you would use for green timber for the garden. Okay, so let's check out some screen grabs now, and you can see what you actually get. Alright, let's try this out and see what it's like. I've got the wood blade in here. Wow. Wow! That cuts much faster than the other one. That's awesome. Better. Yeah, you can get a pretty accurate cut with it. It's not bad. 30 by 30 by 3. Angle iron, we'll give that a go. Got the metal cutting blade in there. Let's try a different blade. It's not going through very fast. Oh, I'll give this one a go. This is a good brand name one. Oh, bit of a difference. So yeah, it looks like the blades are pretty ho-hum. So this is also a slightly coarser blade too. So we'll do that again with this. Yep. Bit of a difference. Okay, this is some 25mm square section by 3mm. So we'll give that a go for the same blade we just used. Piece of cake, absolute piece of cake. This thing's got plenty of power and very controllable. Yep, it's the business for sure. Absolutely ate that. Well, here's the blade that I used, the original blade, and just worn the teeth away on it. So the blades for metal are not very good at all. For wood, It's worked fine, and this is the one I used. It's a good brand name one, and it just rips through. Even with heavier teeth, it just ate it. So, yep. Okay, just to finish off, let's try this piece of steel, same blade as we used last time in the small one. See how this does it. There you go, it did it, but it jazzed around a lot more because there's a lot less mass, and it also didn't cut as quickly because it's got a shorter stroke, and it's got less power, but it did it. But if you want the job done faster, use the bigger one. The other one is definitely a better unit, but this is nice and nice and manoeuvrable, really good. So what do I think of it? I think it's really good value. It's a solid, heavy unit. It's got bags of power, a lot more power than the small one. It's not as manoeuvrable as the small one, so if you want to do pruning, I think the small one would be like handier, but this would still do pruning, for heavier limbs it'd be great. But for workshop use, casual workshop use, I think it's about the best value you can get. It's brushless motor, heaps of power, it's good weight, doesn't jump around too much, and yeah, it's a no-brainer just paying a few extra dollars and getting this. Now, the link to the product is in the video description. There's also a discount code there you can use and get some more money off. So yeah, depending on where you are in the world, check out the link, see what it's going to cost you over your neck of the woods, and I think it's awesome value really, and couldn't be happier with it really. Not perfect, but damn good. Okay, that's it from me. Hope you found it interesting, and I'll see you next time. Cheers.